when you say that I'm moving my finger and I'm moving space in the universe, people would say it's hard to visualize. But imagine this: if you have a, let's say, a membrane, like you can think of it as a semi-permeable membrane, like the surface of a cell or something.
Yeah.
And it's like a sphere, and then inside is the vacuum, and then there's an inner sphere, and then an inner sphere, and an inner sphere, and the vacuum in between is not empty. If it has energy, it's not empty, like a fluid you can think of. You can imagine that any movement of any membrane inside the system is going to move the vacuum, which is going to move the next membrane, which is going to move the vacuum, and then it's going to move the next membrane, and so on, so that there's information transfer from the infinitely small membrane to the infinitely big membrane.
Yeah, the domino effect.
That's right.
Yeah, one's going to push the other.
Okay. And what's important though to remember though is that there is dampening, that there's scale relationships, so that you moving your finger is changing the universe. However, it's a very, 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 very slight change. So that scales matters, meaning, you moving your finger most likely is not going to disturb the surface of the sun, right? The butterfly effect is not complete in the way it's usually described as an analogy. And the analogy is that a butterfly in Africa, and that's what I said in the conference, the typical analogy is a butterfly in Africa could bat its wing and a hurricane could occur in Florida as a result. Well, the probability of that happening are extremely, 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 extremely improbable, right, minute. So you would need millions and millions of butterflies all batting their wings at the same time, and then maybe the probabilities would go up a little bit. So what I'm saying is that, we all have an effect on the universe, but as an individual, we have more of an effect in our closer environment than in the larger morphogenic field. But when an individual starts to have a stronger effect in their environment, and then other individuals, kind of start batting their wings in concert with that first individual, and that grows, then the effect in the morphogenic field starts to get stronger and stronger and stronger, and that's why people would have to come together. People have to come to the same conclusion, to understand each other, to build their power that way, so that they can affect change.
Yeah, we're talking about the collective consciousness. If we want to change the world, we have to change ourselves, and then our impact on those around us will start to change all the others. So
exactly, and then those on others, and eventually, maybe hundreds, thousands, millions of people will have this new insight, and then it becomes very powerful for the rest of the world. Because we can actually understand when you say we're all one, how that actually occurs, or when you say you're creating your reality, how is that true that I'm creating my reality? And that in that part in the conference I was saying, the statement you're creating your reality is only half the equation, because reality is creating you as well. And so there's a feedback, so that we have a common reality. Otherwise everybody would create their own reality and nobody would ever meet. So, well, I think that when people realize that they're connected, that we're all in together, that we have this deep family, and all of a sudden it kind of hits them. And all of a sudden you feel, that it feels like home. That's home. And man, it's like, the link has been made, and it's just, the heart just rejoices.
Yeah.
Because there's that feeling of, oh, I can relax, I can breathe. It's okay. We're all in it together. We are family.